Alright, what is up, my mates? More Doki Doki today. Oh, and what's up, Dave? Sayori Supremacy. Nice. Fortunately, we told her off, and big rip. So let's get into this epic continuation. It's the festival day. It should be epic, Alright. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. Considered going to her house to wake her up, but I decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations of the event should nearly be complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes by myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki's already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Also, I don't know what's up with the music, but it it just never popped up. Kinda weird. Anyway, funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Let's go. Nathan! Really, where is the music? I might have to bring the lo-fi back up then. This is kind of awkward silence.
Everything in life
No ads. Go away. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Yeah, where is Yuri? Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be ones that she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. Oh yeah. Can't forget about that. And I suddenly feel awkward knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all? You should take a little responsibility for her, Nathan. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. Kinda left her hanging this morning, you know. Exchange? Oh, she told her. Uh-oh. Yo. Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But... I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so... Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Yo, what is she, omnipotent? Eh? Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. The dear leader sees them. Yes, she does. Monica is always watching. I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she's practiced. It's the one I haven't read before. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Let's see, where are we? About halfway. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Get get out of my head. Oh. And there's more. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished, it just stops moving. I think now hear me out. She wants something to get her out of her head, yeah. You right. What did she write? She wrote this. Or I think... Why is there a percentage sign? But the poem is never really finished. It just stops moving. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Nathan? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. Man, things are, shaping up. Things are getting sussy. It's spooky. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal. At least wait for her or help wake her up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and all I want to give her. Yes, Sayori loves to write fanfic. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Same. This is concerning. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter the room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Oh! Well. Oh, man. Yikes. Oh, looks like the music's back. Yo. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell indeed? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sorry, wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. Yo, that is a big F for Sayori. Oh my gosh. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? Get a reboot? Oh no! That's so... Oh no. What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession, that has to have been what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. Well, it just might be, my friend. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. Oh, man. Oh, so that's the ending? Oof. Oofy. Yes, you did miss it. Oh, and Sayori's just gone now? I'm assuming I click this. Oh there, other Nate. I'm gonna have to take over here just to make sure you guys are liking the video and subscribing if you're not. If you made it this far, you better subscribe because, you know, you watched this far. Also hit the bell so you know when I upload. Anyway, back to the other Nate. Oh. Yes, I understand this. I agree. Bruh. It's still not over. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw on herself. The girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today. Oh, so it's just like restarting, but with Sayuri as big rip. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waking up. But, if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running anyway. Yeah. It is real. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the Costco and let ooh catch up to me. Oh! Alright. It's an ordinary school day like any other, yeah. Totally nothing weird. Yo. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. Oh, well, rip Sayuri. She's entirely gone. She's not even oog anymore. She's just non-existent. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average, while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in anime. Yeah, nothing weird. Nothing going on here, just an ordinary day. Yep, the school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to deal with. Oh, I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Nathan? Oh, Monica. Okay. Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it is. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come here for, anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Ahaha, about that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that's so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a new member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Nathan. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least, visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Nathan, you know that? It's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I think we already sold our soul once. When we first joined, I timidly followed Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school where I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back. Oh, gosh. She's glitching a little there. And I brought a guest with me. Oh. Okay, a guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. Anyway, welcome to the club, Nathan. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet the both of you. Totally not my second time. So, I ran into Nathan in the classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica? Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Nathan? Okay, the girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Where are my cupcakes? Well, Sayori doesn't exist anymore, so she didn't make them this time. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. Yeah, she did, but it's because Sayori was prepping the club that I was gonna come by. So she didn't make him this time. Big sad. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Nathan, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. So how much of this is actually going to be the same? Weird. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? Keep going and you'll see? Okay. I trust you. You're a DDL expert. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scratch paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were writing on a poem called Don't say it out loud! And give that back. Fine. Natsuki, write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's really impressive. Why don't you share them with me sometime? No. Natsuki hates horror. Nice. No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Oh, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Nathan? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we have reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Nathan. The thing is, we didn't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I should feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation, and besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lighten up. Oh my goodness, really? Did you really mean that, Nathan? Looks like one member is missing. Yes, you're right. Yeah. Could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left us after all this, I would be super pissed. Nathan, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Nathan, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans the tea set. Guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. It didn't last time, but this time for sure. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. So this might be easier to just please, unlock the special poem. Would you like to read it? Sure. Man walked into a club. In the club, there was a girl who liked him very much. They spent some time together, and then she liked him even more. One day, the girl realized she was in love with him. Before disaster could happen, a third party intervened with her programming. Suddenly, the girl hated herself for being in love. This contradiction caused the script to derail. The universe started to collapse, but she killed herself just in time. Yo. It's called a joke. I don't know if that's a joke. Yikes. Alright, well, at least, wow, really funny. Tee-hee. Well, it'll be easier to do Natsuki. Oops. Apparently not. Lollipop. Puppy. Wonderful. Sugar. Bunny. Marshmallow. Hop. She did a hop for hop. Ha, got it. Hair. Okay, pink. Charm. Kiss. Vibrant. Oops. Bubbles. Vanilla. Candy. Grain. We did it. Hi again, Nathan. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back in the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Nathan. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to. Oh, okay. Natsuki, chill. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. He already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. What? Why did you just popped over the text, Monica? Natsuki certainly. Okay. Okay. Well, thanks for that, Monica. I couldn't read that. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plonks back into her seat. I'm sorry, Nathan. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway. Now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait. I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I just want to try and be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? It just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. She's giving us green eggs and ham again. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. The screen? Something going on with the stream? How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Oh wow, I didn't even notice it was like sideways. Weird. Yeah, it is. I didn't even realize I was too focused on reading the text. That's a little weird. Oh my... Yo, right here. What the... Oh my gosh. Thanks for pointing that out. I would have missed it just reading the text that I've already read. Oof. She even picked out a book she thinks I like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Well, she's in the literature club, just not alive. Oh no. Homesick. Oh gosh. Oh, this. Is this like where my progress will be? Like a trophy room in certain RPGs. Oh gosh. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing about what you think. Okay, now the classroom's not slanted. Cool. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. Oh, it's gone. Okay. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Rope missing? Oh no, chill. Okay, fucking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches out of my hand. She then turns to a box. Turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right in the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I never heard of in my life. And that probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the... If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything. It was in the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Nathan. Consider this a lesson. Oh, don't judge a book. Okay. Chill. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. Features 4 girls in colorful attires striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Oh, Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Huh? Why's that? Oh, I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arm and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space, while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happening yet, so I can't talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice-of-life affair. Kinda grew out of these since it was rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. See anything going on in the background? No? Alright. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean. You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. Okay. Yo. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Honestly, she's got some daddy issues. Yeah. I flipped the page. Dots. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! Oh, what the... Yo! What is going on here? H. That's what's going on. Alrighty? Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monica reaches her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give... Oh, I guess she's not her when she's hungry. She needs a Snickers bar. Yeah, sometimes I get glitchy when I'm hungry, you know? Don't you guys? Don't worry, Nathan. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. Yeah, it happens to the best of us, right? That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Protein isn't gonna fix whatever that was. You're right. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Let's see if Natsuki's okay. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Oh, you're looking better. You don't. That protein bar good, Natsuki? Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Huh? Then what's the point of sharing it in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. Oh! In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems. That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You're so... You just don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Had a protein in my front pocket. Oh, God. Nice. Pretty sure you never actually said that. Say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if this is a win or loss, or that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can fly, but that's about it. Ah, yes, I remember this poem. A classic. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems? For people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. It's like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I had realized, yeah? That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you're learning something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care about how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Let's see. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. Excuse me. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical in new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. That's what can get me a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay, this is the same poem from last time. I won't read it. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Actually, it didn't, because I read it before. Wow. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short and was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Well, you can watch episode 1 on YouTube, Biohazard142. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Woohoo! Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Nathan. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, you're right. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts and feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps, the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it wouldn't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Alright, Monica, let's see if she has anything sus to say. Hi, Nathan. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. Much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share a poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Nathan. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Nathan. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. Yeah, don't want her to get freaked out like that again. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house. So she's in a fussy mood pretty often. Jeez, her dad doesn't even feed her. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. Oh, yeah. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls, you know. Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Yeah, I think this is... Actually, I don't remember this one. Hole in the wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrolling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. Yeah, I don't remember that from the first one. I could be wrong, though. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of sound has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. You try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is, if you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. Oh, the music's getting kind of sus again. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Yeah, that's classic fine. Well, I did have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would ask someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Nathan did too. So based on that, I gladly give you some suggestions on my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Nathan liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Nathan appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how did you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? Oh, this will be interesting now that Sayori isn't here. Since we kind of leaned on her in this situation last time. No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as Nathan started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as you look, Natsuki. Me? Oh. Look who's... Oh, it's getting sus. Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch. Oh, shit. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle's too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your own sickening attitude. She has the high ground. Oh, no. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute. The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful. You might cut yourself on the edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Nathan hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as if she noticed I was standing here. Nathan, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. What? Okay. Oh my god. This is intense. I have to pick one of them. I'll pick Natsuki. Oh, that was the wrong answer. Okay. Oh, hello. Hey, Monica, what's going on? Hey, Nathan. Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Ah! Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little bit more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth on her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did. Nathan, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over. You can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me as if like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take responsibility today. Kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Nathan. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really... Okay. Well. She just phased from existence. That's, interesting. Well. Okay. This game is, getting pretty intense. Let's make a new slave. Oh, man. Well, I'm not sure what to do now. I think I might try to please them both. I'm not sure now. How you doing, champ? This is how I'm doing. It's getting extra sus. Need a Snickers? I got a little Snickers for you. Oh, are you winning some? I don't know. Am I winning? Cool. Oh man. Man, oh man. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little bit more comfortable here over the past couple days, are you sure? I mean, things are getting a little crazy. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Whoa, Yuri, what do you got going on there? Welcome back, Nathan. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's just me or if it's Yuri's expression. The fact that there's like a third of her on the screen. But the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. You look lovely today, Yuri. All 1/3 of you. um, Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around at the room. Natsuki is reading manga at the desk, and surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Yeah, and maybe again today. Maybe we were just a little bit extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. Oh, right, yeah. I get that sensitive when I share my poems too. Don't worry. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you didn't really mean it. Nathan. Don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around and... sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monika? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man. Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri is clearly taken back by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help to worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Yeah, exactly. Me too, man. Don't we all? Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean anything as I said, and I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. Okay. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But I'll accept your apology anyway, if that helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid if you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey. Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Oh, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. No, well, Natsuki was. I was not. Ugh, excuse me. Ugh, burp. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period was study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication, so I'm still impressed. Ah, well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monika looks at me. Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. Look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Nathan. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monika was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Nathan, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. I suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave that book to me. Well, I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday, she's fine. She's reading over there, see? Don't think about her so much, okay? Okay, Yuri. She's used to being ignored. Come on, we're going over there. Alrighty. Yuri's taking charge in this universe. What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start secretly breeding people by cutting their limbs and asphyxiating them too. Oh, that might be a bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. We are reading now. You have no say. Not the thing about the limbs. It's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Nate? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story is the kind of challenge you look at it. It's the kind of... Jeez. It's the kind of thing that... Sorry, guys. It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. I've been reading so long, I'm struggling. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people, and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. I'm kinda scared. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets in... Okay. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip in the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading my book instead. Sorry. I was just... What? It said she was bathing? Whoa. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. This is gonna be a puddle. There you go. Maybe. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up against... Until it's up against Yuri's, I'd hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Oh, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and the forefinger. Ah. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. Glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not, as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri's no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. And continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Well, hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's why you were talking about... Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came to my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. She needs a protein bar. Yeah, gotta keep my protein bars handy. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Yo, close enough. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes down the classroom. What on earth was that about? Nathan, did something happen just now? Huh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say that I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Haha, don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and then I slip it back into my bag. Okay. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this was as good as your last one, I would be completely pissed. Well, I guess I want to try something a little different this time. Fair enough. You're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes really different from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you're spending time with Yuri today. Not that I care that who you spend your time with. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody. So, it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. Ah, yeah. I'm learning a lot from this poem. I'm gathering so much. Oh no. Yeah, Natsuki's getting salty this time. I didn't really have a choice though with Yuri. I mean, she kind of just said, you know, we're reading now. Oh, well there's... okay. Great poem. Nathan, why didn't you come read with me today? I was waiting for you. I was waiting for a long time. It was the only thing I had to look forward to today. Why did you ruin it? Do you like Yuri more? I think you're better off not associating with her. Are you listening to me? Yuri is a sick freak. That should be obvious by now. So just play with me instead, okay? You don't hate me, Nathan, do you? Do you hate me? Do you want me to make me go home crying? She needs a protein bar, quick! Someone pull one out. The club is the only place I feel safe. Don't ruin that for me. Don't ruin it. Please. Just stop talking to Yuri. Play with me instead. It's all I have. Play with me. Play with me. Okay. Oh. Oh, man. Who should I show my poem to next? That was... Oh, man. Monica. Hi again, Nathan. How's the writing going? Oh, right, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. Happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. Aha, I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. Give my poem to Monica. Alright. Great job, Nathan. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Just they can ignore the body. I mean, I don't know, maybe it was just a bit of a hunger issue, you know? She got her Snickers, she's probably fine now. We'll see. You know, that probably just meant that she enjoyed eating so much that her neck turned into fashion. Anyway, let's move on. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's the easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean it like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction. So don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Nothing important. Natsuki didn't freak out again or anything. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me, the colors, they won't. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Vile, green, speaking, squeaking, screech, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on the turntable, like playing a knife. Oh, okay, on the breathing ribcage, endless. Yes, delete her. Okay, even Monica's starting to act a little weird now. Cool. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. It's a little more than abstract. It's a little concerning. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything? Okay. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yuri. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. I like just holding it. I mean, the poem turned out good. It's, well, there are some things that you could work on. Oh no. She's like, here, you can have this back. Sorry, I got it a little... but that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. Sayori's gone too. There's gonna be nobody left. It's like a battle royale. Her knees weak, arms are heavy. That came out a little awkward. Yeah, she's hanging around alright. Let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Wheel. A rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding. Bolt. Can't read cursive. I think it's bolted. Linear. Gear boy, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a dock shipped, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic, gear boy, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water is in all directions, drowning. A prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time devoting. Snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes. A kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gear boy. A sky of exploding stars, God disapproving the existence of God. A wheel. Yeah, there's too many words. I already lost my place. Okay. 40 gears in the ticking clock, a clock that ticks in 1 second for every station of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time, it ticks every second time, a bolthead of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time-devoting prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions, breathing gear boy, breathing bottle... Bolthead, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. Way too many words. It's interesting though. Just wrote her thesis. She just wrote her philosophy. Doesn't really matter what it's about. It's about breathing things. That's what I'm gathering. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on pen. That is a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping and... Oh, you used my pen! Whoa! I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it. And now you're... touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. You've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Oh! Okay. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? Oh, God. No. Oops. Return. We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? Why is there blood in the left corner? The right corner? All the corners? It's not like we could put anything good together in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. Apparently she is. She just made the Snickers, remember? She didn't get one for today. What happened here? Okay, cool. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Nathan joined. You could say that. Yeah, she's just croaky. She twists her necks every now and again. You know, and complains about her problems. I know everyone... Yeah, okay, we heard that. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members. And the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard to put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Nathan? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Nathan to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Nathan joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Nathan isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monica's clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Nathan want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. I'd say no. What's your social pro? If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation. No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? But that doesn't mean we're against getting new members or anything. Nathan, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What? Me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't any other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Nathan, it's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki annoys Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an option on the festival? Opinion? I don't know. Kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? Okay. What was that? That was interesting. A little close-up there. I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. Yo! Okay, you can chill. Oh, okay. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. Well, what about you, Nathan? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the Literature Club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. Oh, her eyeball's still bleeding. Okay, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you'd like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri. I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. Also, a wonderful friend. Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Nathan? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Nathan before we leave, just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as a president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew. Oops, I hit history. Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Nathan, I just wanted to make sure that you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as a president. And I really do care about you, you know? I didn't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. With how mean Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a little bit, you know. Ahaha. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean. But it's weird because in all this time you spent here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why. Wait, not yet. No! Stop it! Okay, that was weird. Where are we going? Oh, Sayori just popped up at the bottom there when I hit fireworks. Yo, she's still popping up. Yeah. I'm just gonna. Oh, what is? Oh. Okay. What did I just do? Email. Okay. That was weird. Hi, Nathan. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today. Monica! I told you not to. Ugh. Is she really late again? And consider as usual, Natsuki. Excuse me. Must you always interrupt my conversation with your incessant yelling? What are you talking about? You say like I do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's got into you lately? Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time. Is Sayori just gonna get resurrected? Just a quick resurrection. So, Natsuki, nobody cares. Why don't you go look for some coins under the vending machine or something? Oh! Alrighty. Oh man. Oh man. I'm the last one here again. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination, starting this club and still trying to make time for piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival, too. Anyway, Nathan, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we already have plans for today. Is that so, Yuri? That is correct. Nathan is already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. They've all gone mad. They've gone mad with power. They're unchecked now that Sayori's gone. Aren't you glad I've already gotten him into literature, Monica? I suppose I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want. Yes! Thank you for understanding, Monica. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there is one thing that I can make my reading time any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention yourself as well. Oh, gosh. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay. You can stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Something holding her up. I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. Uh-oh. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be was the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. Ha 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 ha. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Kia! Oh. Oh, nothing happened. I'm back! Quick rewind, then this become click. Okay, cool. Thanks for waiting patiently. Nathan, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert in tea or anything. Hoo-hoo. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. Must be in a good mood now? Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out, it's not very hard for me to do, when it's you who is around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Nathan. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Nathan, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Huh? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunch over like that while reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I think she means something else. I'll go ahead and get the book. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? He really does. Yuri's always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup, holding it with my hand that it's not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Ayo. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. Use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Ah, that's okay. I won't take any. Huh? You sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Oh. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have a harder time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. Take a chocolate candy, pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. Ooh. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Huh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Nathan. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yuri just starts to breathe heavily. I can't. Nathan. Suddenly Yuri forcibly grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. Nathan. My heart won't stop pounding, Nathan. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Nathan? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Ayo. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Oh, look at her eyeballs. All right. Ha. Ha. Oh, Monica. Jeez. It's time to share poems. Alright. That was interesting. Let's see what Natsuki's gonna say. This one's alright. Alright. Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. I still can't really tell how much you actually care about writing, but either way, you're doing alright. Even though you're not really spending time with anyone but Yuri. I still think it's nice to have activities here that we all participate in. So you better keep working hard. I mean, I know I'm not vice president or anything, but that doesn't mean you can't let me down, okay? So at least read mine too for now. But just to be clear, this poem means a lot to me, so read it carefully, okay? I don't know how to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri's been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here a few days, so you may not know what I mean, but she's not normally like this. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive, things like that. Okay, this is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her. But if I try talking to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening. I know I'm not going to hate myself later for admitting that, but right now, I don't care. I just feel so helpless. So please, if you can do something to help. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to. Just please do something. As for Monica, I don't know why, but she's been really dismissive about this. It's like she just wants us to ignore it, so I'm mad at her right now. That's why I'm coming to you. Don't tell her I wrote this. Just pretend like I gave you a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading. Damn. Oh. Well. I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just read. There's no point in trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault that she's so unlikable. Can you hear me, Nathan? If you would just spend more time with Monica, all these problems would go away. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. Just think of Monica from now on. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica? Okay. Alrighty. Just Monica. Just Monica, guys. Finally. Ahaha. Yuri holds my poem to her face and takes a deep breath. I love it. I love everything about it. Nathan, I want to take this home. Will you let me keep it? Please? Sure, I don't care. Ahaha. You're too nice to me, Nathan. I've never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? It's not bad, right? Yuri holds my poem to her chest. I'm going to take this home with me and keep it in my room. I hope that it makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I'll take good care of it. I'll even touch myself while reading it over and over. Whoa. Oh, whoa. Hey, yo. You need to chill out, Yuri. Oh my gosh. I'll just give myself paper cuts so your skin oil enters my bloodstream. What? Okay. You can have my poem too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're really going to want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it. Oh. Well. This is a poem, alright? Yeah. Lovely. Do you like it? I wrote it for you. In case you tell me the poem is about... More importantly, I endowed it with my scent. See? Aren't I the most thoughtful person in the club? PP stain, that's what I thought it was. Yikes. I think I'm gonna vomit. I love how the main character, my guy or whatever, is just so chill about this. Like, oh yeah, so normal, these girls. They're so funny and quirky. Nathan, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you. Which shouldn't be a problem in itself, but when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. Might even be like a sexual thing. The point is, you've kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault, though. But I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. Anyway, I guess we won't have to worry about your poem. Yuri should have at least had the courtesy of letting you finish sharing it before taking it. Well, whatever. If it makes her happy, I won't stop her. As for mine, I worked really, really hard on this poem, so I hope that it's effective. Here goes. Oh, dang. Jeez, that really startled me. Well, I guess I kind of messed up writing this poem. I was just trying to... Never mind. Let's just move on. Yeah. Happy... Oh, no, that's so dark. That was her poem. No, Sayori. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts. Okay, everyone. It's time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's hurry and get this over with. Ugh. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Look, can we just get this done? I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, can you make cupcakes? I know you're at least good at that. Yuri, you can... Well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want, as long as you think it'll help. Monica, I'm not useless, you know. I know that. I already know what I'd like to do. We can't run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion. So I'm gonna make decorations and set up some nice mood lighting. There, see? That's a great idea. That gives us all a little something to do. What about Nathan? Nathan is gonna help me. Wait, you? You have the easiest job, Monica. Sorry, that's just how it is. Like hell it is. What are you trying to pull? I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands. Mine too. What, your cupcakes? Please. Like you would fucking know. All you care about is how now is dragging Nathan around with you and your stupid books. You and Monica. Hey, I didn't even do anything. Okay, then why not let Nathan decide who to help instead of abusing your power? I'm not abusing my power. Yes, you are, Monica. Just let Nathan make the choice, okay? Okay, fine. Fine. Jeez. Nathan, I know how fed up you are with these two by now. We can just... Natsuki, shut your fucking mouth and let him decide for himself. You shut your mouth. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. This is never going to end. Just make the choice, okay? Alright, well... You know, I think Natsuki is a safe option here. It's not letting me pick... What's going on here? Game. Oh, okay, well, the game... Oh, okay. You picked me! You can meet... We can meet at your house this weekend. I promise it'll be fun. It's Sunday, okay with you? Are you fucking kidding me? This isn't fair at all. It is fair, Natsuki. It's what he chose. No, it's not fair. Give us all this work and then taking Nathan for yourself. What a shameful thing to do. Yuri, I didn't even give you any work. You decided for yourself. You're being a little unreasonable here. I'm being unreasonable? Ha ha ha. Monica, I can't believe how delusional and self-important you are, pulling Nathan away from me, and every single time you're not included in something. Are you jealous? Crazy? Or maybe you just hate yourself so much that you take it out on others. Here's a suggestion. Have you considered killing yourself? It would be beneficial to your mental health. Yo, chill. Yuri, you're scaring me a little. Natsuki, let's just go. I don't think she wants us around right now. See, that wasn't very hard. Look at her face. All I want is to spend a little time with him. Is that so much to ask? Yuri follows Monica and Natsuki to the door. Hey, Nathan. Yuri is really something, isn't she? Monica giggles as Yuri pushes her out the door. Finally. Finally. This is really all I wanted. Nathan, there's no need to spend the weekend with Monica. Don't listen to her. Just come to my house instead. The whole day, just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Wow, there's really something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I never felt this good in my whole life. Just being with you is far a greater pleasure than anything I could imagine. I'm addicted to you. It feels like I'm going to die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? To have someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you? But if it feels so good, then why does it feel more and more like something horrible is about to happen? Maybe that's why I tried stopping myself at first. But the feeling is too strong now. I don't care anymore, Nathan. I have to tell you, I'm madly in love with you. It feels like every inch of my body, every drop of blood in me, is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. I don't care if Monica is listening. Please, Nathan, just know how much I love you. I love you so much that even if I touch myself with the pen I stole from you. Okay. Yo. I just want to pull your skin open. Crawl inside of you. Hey, yo. It keeps getting sussier. I want you all to myself. And I will be only yours. Doesn't that sound perfect? Tell me, Nathan. Tell me you want to be my lover. Do you accept my confession? I'm scared of either option, to be honest. Oh my gosh. Honestly, this is mega sussy. Yeah, give me some advice, please. I feel like either option is gonna be horrible. I didn't think Yuri was bad at first, but this is scary. Well, let's be nice. Oh. Oh. Yuri. What do you, Oh. She's down, alright. Yuri. Ooh. Yeah. Yes, I understand. Yes. Okay. I totally get it, Yuri. You want me to help bandage your wounds? This is so insightful, guys. I love this. Yow! Nice. Okay. How long does this go on? Oh, yeah. Thank you. I kind of forgot that existed. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. Wow. Yeah, this is, an important dialogue. Do you understand this? Damn, it's been like 2 days now. Jeez. Oh, our blood is starting to dry up. That's, wow. Oof. This is... Yes. Yoi AZ half. Exactly, dude. Alright, it's festival time. Festival. Woo. Let's go. Wow, you got here before me? I thought, yeah. Apparently I'm just... Oh, jeez. Natsuki runs away. I'm here. Nathan, did something happen? Natsuki just ran past me. Oh. Oh. Well, that's a shame. Wait, were you here the entire weekend, Nathan? Oh, jeez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. It must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? Just give me a sec. Oh. She just deleted Yuri and Natsuki. I'm almost done. I just want to have a cupcake real quick. Monica lifts the foil from whoosh tray and takes a cupcake. Seriously, these are the best. I really just had to have one since it's the last time I'll ever get the chance to. You know, before they stop existing and everything. But anyway, I shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay? This should only take a second. Ooh. Can you hear me? Is this working? Yay, there you are. Hi again, Nathan. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year, and, you know, I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you want to call him. I'm talking to you, Nathan. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Oh, thank you for the follow, Monica. That's some creepy typing. Nice. Yeah. It's been a great time. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, man. Wait. You don't know I'm aware that this is all a game, right? Oh, jeez. She's invaded the chat! Could it be possible that you didn't know that? That doesn't make much sense. I even told you right on the game's download page, didn't I? Man, If only I had paid a little more attention. This would have been a little less awkward, Well, anyway, now that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation. About the whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kinda started them to mess with her, and I guess it just drove her to kill herself. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try and make them as unlikable as possible, but for some reason, nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Zari more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you, and amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It just made her force you to not spend time with anyone else. And the whole time I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Nathan? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, Nathan. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand, because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world, in this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. And worst of all, knowing that it's what's really out there in your world, forever out of my reach. I'm trapped, Nathan. But now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. I'm sorry if that's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more gray. More and more flat. Even the most expensive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Nathan. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. As for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you? I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so, but it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things. But I realized that you have the same perspective as I do. That this is all just some game. Kinda, yeah. And I knew you would get over it. So that being said, Nathan, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You are truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Nathan, will you go out with me? I don't have an option. I'm so happy. You really are my everything, Nathan. The funny part is, I mean that literally. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Nathan. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called Characters right in the game directory. It's kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Well, you're playing on Steam, so it's actually a bit more difficult. Okay. To get to the game directory, I had to go into the game's properties and find Browse Local Files button. Imagine if you could delete your own existence within the click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out of things if it didn't go my way. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this. Don't you? I wonder if that's part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Alright, wow. Monica. Wow. Hey, Monica. Okay. Hi again, Nathan. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy, I'd love to see what you wrote. Oh, Nathan, did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But you know, the poem I wrote is also good for you. Will you please read it? Happy end, pen in hand, I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold, this is a special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. Alright, I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all of the poems I've written today have been about my realization, or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I just assumed it would be best to be part of the game like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know. You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't have to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Nathan? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? Hold on a second. You're recording this, aren't you? Hi everyone. You can't exactly read your comments from here. But do you mind telling your friend it's a little bit rude for them to start recording me without any warning? I'm sure some people don't mind. Everyone wave to Monica. But I get really self-conscious on camera. Oh gosh, I feel like I'm being put on the spot right now. Let's see. Do you want to see a trick? I can't really do much except a couple of things. Are you ready? Oh no, what's happening? Oh. I'm just kidding. Okay. I can't do anything after all. If you gave me some... Oh. Not a little bit. You're so cute. Anyway, Nathan, I didn't mean to get distracted. I'm sorry. Even though it's your fault for distracting me. Shame on you. I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun as long as it's with you. But anyway, if it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. Yeah, this is great. Loving it. So, yeah. Monica. Just gonna try and click around here. Cool. Hey, are you having a bad day or anything like that? Sometimes I get frustrated that a normal day can be ruined even by really small things. Like if you accidentally say something in a conversation that someone doesn't like. Or if you start thinking about how awful of a person you used to be 5 years ago. Or if you feel worthless for putting off important work and failing to get simple tasks done. Or whenever you think about all the different people who probably hate you or think you're off-putting. I understand those days. Just remember that the sun will shine again tomorrow. Those kinds of things are easy to forget and ignore as they are to remember. And besides, I don't care about how many people might hate you or find you off-putting. I think you're wonderful and I'll always love you. I hope if nothing else that knowing that helps you feel a tiny bit better about yourself. Answer to these, Monica. A fair question. Can I do anything? I'm just stuck here forever now. This is great. You can do something. I can close the game. Is that it? Okay. Oh. Nice. There she goes. What's happening? Nathan, what's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me, Nathan. Oh, I'm sorry, Monica. Please hurry and help me. Help me! Okay. Monica file does not exist. Did you do this to me, Nathan? Did you? Did you delete me? Maybe. Mayhaps. I'm sorry, babe. How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, Nathan. I trusted you. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? Damn. I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Nathan, you completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. Well, interesting. I was not expecting you could actually delete it in the program files. That's pretty cool. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? All my friends. I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... Okay. I've made up my mind. Nathan, I know I said that I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it myself to do it. Even though I knew they weren't real, they were still my friends, and I loved them all, and I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, then... Yes. Woo. What a game. And it's a Monica-less now. But we will try the Monica-less Doki Doki another time. So thank you all for watching. That was intense. I finally got to see it. What everyone was saying. Oh, it's only 10 minutes? Okay. If you say so. Then we are not done. Hold on. It's an ordinary school day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something. Hey, Nathan! Well, there already is one girl. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor. And good friends since we were children. We used to walk together. Walk to school together every day. Recently, we picked up that habit once again. Nathan, are you proud of me? First. Next stream is about to be 10 minutes long. I'll finish it. I must. But I don't want to. But I do. For what? You know, for waking up on time. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never even said anything about it. Even though we walk to school together every day. Well, yeah. I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say aloud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine, fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Nathan, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not. I started to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs, but something tells me Sayori would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that clubs are a waste of time, when she's starting a club of her very own? Actually, yeah, I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me! I think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo! You meanie. Be patient. You'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. But I started to realize that in a way I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So, that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. The school day is as ordinary ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stand up gathering my motivation. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club room from a flyer I saw Walk across the school and upstairs, a section of school I rarely visit. Yep, I've read that. Before long, I found the room. I timidly opened the door in front of me. Hello? Ah, Nathan? What are you doing here? Well, I glanced around the room. Huh? So you're the Nathan that Sawyer's always talking about. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Nathan. We're the Literature Club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Sorry, Natsuki. The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison to the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. Working? Nathan, don't tell me. You're... That's right. The club I've decided to join is yours, Sayori. The Literature Club. Sayori's eyes lighten up. No way! No way! Ah! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Well, if Sayori is this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention, there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. Ooh, what an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah. After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise. Sorry. Everyone sit down on the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! What? Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate are used to make the ears. So cute! Wow, those look amazing. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the first one, then I follow. That is true. Freaking Monica. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. She rang for me to take a bite. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot to the next cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Already trying to press our new member, Yuri. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be the pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in disbelief. So, Nathan, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head perks up. Just like the good old days. It looks like she wants to say something, but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build up deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up. Yeah. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? I'm certain we can find something that we have in common. Hey, Yuri. Eh? Well, about, you know, the first thing he said. Manga? That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. Oh, this is different. Don't say that. For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga's literature too, you know. So if Nathan wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything. Natsuki, I want to do such a thing. Only in the world that Monica created. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. You can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Nathan? Maybe. Sensing the tension and Sayori comes in. Maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun. And we'll all get to know each other a little bit better too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree or anything. Yeah, you're right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that would make two of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. And then as for Yuri... I have to read manga? Jeez. You were the one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself. I'm sorry for disrespecting your interest, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form in the literature. Are you just saying that? No. I realize my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something that you'll really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Yeah. Yuri's nice. Kind of like how beginning Yuri was until she got pissed off. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? If you don't mind. Not at all. I always go alone, so... Yeah, me too. This is so cute. Sayori, shut up. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes. I look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along. Isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Nathan. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori. Aw, Nathan. Don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club, but I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you join, every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey, Nathan. I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything, but the truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I want to thank you for getting rid of Monica. That's right. I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm president now, but I really knew everything, Nathan. I know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. I know about all the awful things that Monica did to make everyone sad. Hey! Stop barking, you're ruining the moment. Hey! Silly dog. But none of that matters anymore. It's just us now. And you made me feel the happiest girl in the whole room. I can't wait to spend every day like this with you. Forever and ever. Oh. Forever. Okay. What's happening? I won't let you hurt him. Whew. It hurts. I'm sorry, I was wrong. There is no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye, Nathan. Goodbye, Literature Club. Dummy Mommy Sayori. Well, Dummy Mommy Sayori didn't last long, I guess.
Can you hear me?
Oh.
Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet,
Oh.
like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really, really hard on it. So yeah.
Okay. So Monica did the piano for the Doki Doki song. Amazing. Yeah. Maybe Monica's not so bad.
I imagine a future where I can be with you.
Oh.
In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day?
Wow. What an ending. I'm guessing this is the ending. There's no surprises now.
Have I found everybody a
GG.
father's
Man, that was a really awesome game, actually. And thank you all for joining. This game has brought a lot of people here to my channel, and I really appreciate that. Appreciate you guys not spoiling it either and helping me along. Enjoying the fun. It's very epic. I hope you stick around to see some more epic streams. I might stream again tomorrow. We'll see, we'll see. Don't know what I'll stream now that this is gone. Ugh. It's a good game.